Imagine this. It's 2026 and you finally saved up $1,000. Not a million, not a fancy car fund, just $1,000. And you're staring at it wondering, do I spend it, save it, or invest it? You scroll through social media and everywhere you look, someone's claiming they turned $1,000 into $10,000 in months. But here's the thing. Most of that advice either makes zero sense for beginners or comes with massive risk. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how you can invest that $1,000 wisely in 2026, step by step. Even if you've never bought a single stock in your life, never traded crypto, or never understood the stock market charts that make your head spin. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to put your money to start building wealth and avoid the biggest mistakes that trap beginners every year. Before we dive in, hey, I'm Gigi, and I've spent the last several years helping thousands of people just like you understand money in a way that's simple, practical, and actually actionable. I've seen people with just $500 or $1,000 completely transform their financial future, not by luck, not by taking crazy risks, but by making smart, consistent decisions that compound over time. So if you want to take control of your money, understand investing without feeling overwhelmed, and finally stop letting your cash sit idle, make sure you stick around because what I'm about to show you can completely change your mindset about money. Step 1 is mindset. Before we even touch a stock app or an ETF, you need to understand why investing is so powerful. $1,000 might feel small, but with the right strategy, it's your first domino. Think of it like planting a tree. You start with a small seed, and over time, with care and consistency, it grows into something much bigger. The key is time in the market, not timing the market. That means you don't have to predict which stock will skyrocket next month. You just need to start. Now, let's talk numbers. If you put your $1,000 in a broad market index fund like the S&P 500, historically, that has returned around 10% annually. That might not sound like get rich quick, but let's do the math. If you invested $1,000 today and left it untouched, in 10 years, it could grow to roughly $2,600. In 20 years, that same $1,000 could become around $6,700. And if you keep adding just $100 every month, your future self is going to thank you beyond belief. That's the magic of compounding. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works for almost everyone. Step 2 is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if it's tempting to chase the next hot stock or crypto token. A smart beginner strategy is to split your $1,000 into 3 parts. For example, $500 into a low-cost index fund, $300 into a high-interest savings account or a short-term bond fund for stability, and $200 into something you understand personally, maybe a company you love or even a small experiment in crypto if you're curious. This way, you're protecting your money while still giving it a chance to grow. Let's make this relatable. Imagine you just bought a new smartphone for $1,000. You didn't just spend it and hope it lasts. You researched, compared prices, made sure it's durable. Investing should feel the same way. You want your money to work for you, but safely and smartly. Even $10 here or $20 there, when invested correctly, starts to build a snowball effect. Step 3 is action. Open an investment account. If you're in the US, platforms like Vanguard or Fidelity are beginner-friendly. In the UK, consider Hargreaves Lansdown or Freetrade. For Canada, Questrade or Wealthsimple. Australia, try Comsec or Raise. Germany, Trade Republic or Scalable Capital. Singapore, DBS Vickers or Safe. The key is low fees and simplicity. Don't overcomplicate it. You're not trying to become a day trader. You're planting seeds. Step 4 is understanding risk. Every investment has risk, and the earlier you start, the more you can afford to take moderate risks. But never bet money you can't afford to lose. That's the beginner trap. Most people hear about Bitcoin going from $30,000 to $60,000 and think they're missing out. The reality is, if you don't fully understand it, it could also halve tomorrow. That's why I suggested only a small portion, maybe $200, for experimental investments. Your foundation should always be safe, reliable, and compounding. Step 5 is growth through learning. Every dollar you invest is also a chance to learn. Read, watch, and follow creators who explain money in simple ways. Track your progress monthly. Celebrate small wins. Maybe your $1,000 grows to $1,100 in 6 months. That's a 10% gain. Not bad for doing almost nothing. The emotional satisfaction of seeing your money work for you is huge. It reinforces the habit and builds confidence. Here's a psychological insight. Humans are wired for instant gratification. That's why spending $1,000 on a weekend trip feels exciting, but investing it feels slow. But this is where mindset comes in. If you train yourself to see investing as delayed gratification with compounding rewards, it changes everything. You start valuing financial growth over fleeting pleasures, and over time, that shift alone can make you far wealthier than chasing trends. Let's tie this to everyday life. Imagine your morning coffee costs $5 every day. That's $150 a month. If instead you invest that $150 using our earlier strategy with compounding, in 10 years, it could become around $31,000. And the best part? You don't feel it as pain because you replaced an old habit with a smarter one. Small, consistent steps beat sporadic big moves every single time. Now let's talk milestones. First, your goal is to get that $1,000 invested. That's step 0 to financial independence. Step 1 is to see growth, even if it's small within the first year. Step 2, start automating. Set up recurring investments monthly. Step 3, after 2 to 3 years, you should aim to have $5,000 to $10,000 invested, all while continuing to learn and refine your strategy. By following these steps, you're not just investing money, you're investing in your financial future and your freedom. Actionable tip: automate everything. Set up recurring transfers to your investment accounts. Remove the temptation to forget or spend it elsewhere. Automation turns discipline into a habit, and habits compound just like money. If you're getting value from this, hit that like button. It actually helps the YouTube algorithm push this advice to more beginners who need it. And comment below, what's the first $1,000 you're planning to invest in? I read every comment and love hearing your stories. So let's recap. First, mindset matters. See your $1,000 as the first seed of long-term growth. Second, diversify your investments to balance risk and reward. Third, take action. Open your account and start investing today. Fourth, understand risk. Protect your foundation, experiment safely, and never gamble your future. Fifth, build habits. Automate, track, learn, and celebrate small wins. And finally, remember, the journey of financial growth isn't just about money. It's about freedom, confidence, and the ability to make choices without stress. Your $1,000 in 2026 isn't just cash. It's the start of your financial story. Treat it like it matters, because it does. The habits you build now will compound far beyond that number. The key is to start, stay consistent, and let time work for you. So take a deep breath, open that account, and make that first move today. You'll thank yourself 10 years from now.
Investing isn't about luck. It's about strategy, patience, and habits. $1,000 today can become a lifetime of financial confidence. Start now, stay consistent, and let your money and your habits grow.